All righty. Sorry about that, guys. We're about a minute late here. We are doing all kinds of things today for the corporate office. Incredible things going to blow you away. There's all kinds of pending announcements that are going to happen. I mean, the company continues to just grow, grow, grow. We're entering momentum. The company's gotten some big things they're working on right now. So, I'm sworn to secrecy. I'm the best leak in the business, but this is not the kind of thing I can leak. But we got tied up doing some of that stuff with Mr. David Hart and working with the corporate staff today. Anyway, so we're running about a minute behind, but without any further ado, I want to welcome in our Facebook audience. I'm excited that all of you guys are here. I'm going to give you guys a preview. I did an interview today. In fact, I'll come back to that in a moment. I'll come back to the interview in a moment. But anyway, guys, do want to welcome every single one of you officially to our Wednesday night overview. We're going to tell you about who we are, where we're going, why we're exploding, more importantly, why you might want to participate. Tonight, you're going to learn about our company called Travorium and the fact that we are doing things in the travel industry that have never, ever been done before. That is not hyperbole. We are going to back that up. We're going to document every single statement I just made. That is a stone cold fact that we are doing things in travel that have never been done before. The travel industry is booming. We're going to document that as well. And then further, we have unprecedented growth. People are going to record incomes in our company as we speak because of all of the momentum we have. So we're going to go through all of that as well tonight. But what I want to do real quick is digress for a moment. I want to turn this over to my beautiful wife, Miss Gina, and just kind of have her share with all of you how this whole thing kind of began for us. So Miss Gina, take it away.
Well, thank you, Todd, and welcome to all of our guests tonight. I know Todd and I are super excited to be here with you and share about our story with Travorium. It all started as kind of a fluke for us. Our daughter got a Division I scholarship to play softball back in Illinois. And with us living in Southern California, we were going around the country watching her play ball. But as we continued to live in hotels and rent lots of cars, travel got very expensive for us. So we started looking for ways that we could save money on travel. And David Hart, who is the owner of Travorium, we've known him for many, many, many years. And he had told Todd, you've got to check out our travel product. So sure enough, we decided to try the travel site. And as we started booking hotels on that site, we were saving 40%, maybe 50%, and even sometimes 70% off on hotels. Well, we asked other parents on the team how much they were paying for hotels, and when they heard our savings, they wanted to know how they could get the same. So we continued to share our story with other sports parents, parents on the team of our daughter, and other sports parents we knew. And as we did that, our team began to spread across to several states and then several countries. And before we joined Travorium, we only knew one person outside the United States, and she lives in Canada. But as we continued to share our story, our team spread to over 60 countries. And as our team spread, our income began to continue to double, triple, and it 10x'd what we were making before. So about 2 years ago, I was able to walk away from my corporate job of 20 years, and I had a pretty significant income, worked lots of hours, but it just didn't compare to what we were making with Travorium. And I got to travel with my husband and show other people how they could do the same as we're doing. Now, the name of our company is Travorium. And there you see on our screen are our owners and CEOs, Mr. and Mrs. David and Adela Hart. And they have a combined 30 years of experience in both traditional and direct sales industry. Mr. Hart was also Entrepreneur of the Year finalist at the age of 24. Now, our company is debt-free. We have paid millions of dollars in commissions, and we have spread to over 63 countries, and we have customer service in multiple languages. Now you see that building there on the screen, that is our corporate headquarters in Temecula, California. We also have a corporate presence in Madrid, Spain, and we are just opening one in Kazakhstan as well, which is super exciting. Our goal as a company is to show people how they can book travel at the travel agent rate, which is up to 70% off. How you can earn travel points for vacations, and if you so choose, turn this into a business and turn passion into profits. You know, travel is the single largest industry in the world. And if you were to ask your friends and family, what is the number one thing on their bucket list or their living list? And most of them would say travel. So then why are more people not traveling? And they simply think they can't afford it. But our company has turned what was once unaffordable into affordable and showing people how they can start traveling today. Back to you, Todd.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Gina. And by the way, when you talk about travel being the biggest industry in the world, it's twice the size as the oil industry. We all know how much money there is in oil. And as big as that is, this article came out not that long ago. This is Bloomberg Finance talking about the fact that travel is going to go from a $10 trillion industry. It's going to grow by 50%. It's right here in the big yellow. Going to grow by 50% in the next 9 years and become a $15.5 trillion industry, 3 times the size as the oil industry. Now, the reason I bring that up, any business analyst can tell you that your chances of a financial success are in direct proportion to the size of the industry in which you are participating, which you are endeavoring, meaning the more niche the industry, the smaller the industry, the more difficult it is to have a big windfall. The bigger the industry, the easier it is to make a lot of money. And so you cannot do any better than the travel industry being an industry that's 3 times the size as the oil industry, the one thing everybody wants to do. Now, when we show people how to save money on travel, we do that in all of the normal arenas, activities, hotels, resorts, cruises, excursions, show tickets, concert tickets, NFL tickets, shopping, dining, amusement parks, Six Flags, Disney, you name it. There's a myriad of ways we're going to save you money. Now, the dirty secret in the travel business, the one thing that nobody seems to know, is the fact that 2 companies control the entire space, and that's Expedia and Priceline. Now, they call it bookingholdings.com today, but it's Priceline, right? So you got Expedia and Priceline. They own every single travel site you can think of. Now, as I mentioned to you before, I believe that documentation beats conversation. So rather than take my word for it, I want to play a quick video from NBC News investigative reports.
If you go to online travel sites and scour them looking for the best hotel deal, you may be actually wasting your time.
NBC4 consumer investigator Randy Mack is here to explain how that works.
That's right. There's a reason these deals look similar. And the problem is that these third-party sites often fall under the umbrella of 1 or 2 companies. So while you think you're searching for multiple companies looking for the very best deal, every deal you're considering may actually be from the same company.
Many savvy travelers look for the best hotel deals online.
I usually look at sites that kind of claim to have the best deals.
It seems like there's a lot of competition.
I've used Expedia, Trivago, there's Booking.com.
Always looking for a bargain. I like to see the red numbers that make you think like you're getting a good deal.
But that may not be the case.
Almost all those sites are owned by 1 of 2 companies.
According to the nonprofit Consumer's Checkbook, Expedia and Booking Holdings owns 95% of third-party booking sites. That means shopping around may be a waste of time, and Checkbook says calling the hotel directly won't land you a better deal. They're hesitant to undercut the booking sites.
So that very last line, calling the hotels directly, isn't going to help you either, because they're hesitant to undercut the booking sites. Why? Because they get all of their business from the booking sites. The idea being that if you undercut our price, we'll just kick you off our travel site and enjoy bankruptcy. And so no hotel, no resort's going to undercut on their own website the rate of Expedia, Priceline, and all the other guys, because they're all the same company. So let me put this in practical terms. On the screen, this is my middle daughter, got married 2 years ago, having her first baby this August. Yes, we're excited. Anyway, she wanted to take her honeymoon to the Maldives and want to get one of those private bungalows like you see there on the screen. On Expedia's website, that bungalow was $10,000 for the week. On our site, that same bungalow was $6,000 for the week. Now, some people say, wait a minute, hold on, Todd. How did you guys get a better rate than Expedia? To which I reply, we do not. Again, we do not have a better rate than Expedia. $6,000 is the rate. Expedia chose to mark it up to 10 grand. Then they chose to buy up every travel site you can think of. So when you price shop, all you see is 10 grand. And if you call the resort directly, they don't dare undercut the people who give them all of their business. They'd be like, yeah, 10 grand, that's the rate. When $6,000 is the actual rate. And now you know how the travel business works. If you want further proof of that, all you have to do is Google the top 10 internet companies in the world. And on that list, you're going to see Amazon, Google, Facebook, Alibaba, eBay, Netflix. And what do you know? There's Priceline and Expedia. Now, remember, they do not own anything travel related. They don't own a hotel. They don't have an airline, a cruise ship, a resort, or even a car rental agency. How are they making billions and billions and billions, just like Amazon, Google, and Facebook? Because they own a monopoly and they're jacking the price up, and nobody seems to be aware of the fact that they're even doing it. And so, guys, we're bringing the Netflix model to the travel industry. We're bringing a different model. Now, when you think about Netflix, they came out of a time when Blockbuster Video was king of the jungle. Well, Blockbuster used to charge for every movie you saw, just like Expedia and those guys. Every time you want to buy something, they're jacking it up. They want to make money and everything. Then here came Netflix. They said, you know what? If you'll just pay us a small monthly membership, you can watch all the movies you want. So Netflix is selling movies. They make money selling a membership that lets you watch an unlimited number of movies. But guys, similarly, we don't make money selling travel. We make money selling a membership that allows you to book travel with no markup, which means you can book travel for 40, 50, 60, 70% off. Let me give you a specific example. On the screen, if you look at the very bottom, the very middle one, you'll see where it says Expedia.com. And then over here, you got Travorium.com. Well, these are the exact same room, exact same date, exact same everything. If you come over here to the third screen on the far right, you'll see the big red arrow. Expedia is charging $154.81. So you see that total price, $331. Ignore that. That includes the resort fee. Everyone's got to pay resort fees, so we're not going to include that. We're going to keep it apples to apples. Expedia is charging $154.81. We're charging, oh my gosh, $38. How did you guys get a better rate than Expedia? We don't have a better rate than Expedia. $38 is the rate. That's how much money Expedia is hoping to make every time you book this hotel. How do you think they're paying for all those commercials you see on television, right? I mean, the Priceline negotiator, Captain Kirk, that guy ain't cheap. I mean, that's 7 figures just to get that guy alone. Where's all that money coming from? You're looking at it because they're jacking the price up, right? We're bringing a different model. Now, when you come over here and you look at this big, gigantic red 72% off, where does that come from? We have 13 wholesale feeds that come into our site. We take an aggregate of what most of them are charging retail price-wise. We say based on the average retail price versus our price, here's your big red number of what you're saving. Now, I'm just going to click through real quick. You can see some other places here, 83% off, 55% off, 67% off, 64% off, 66% off, 57% off. And guys, tomorrow night, we'll do a live pricing demonstration. We'll open up Expedia. We'll open up our site. We'll do a side-by-side in your face, right? Not if, not maybe. Again, documentation beats conversation. The great thing about our product is it's demonstrable. We can prove unequivocally. This isn't some opinion. This isn't, well, I think, or I hope, or I once heard. That's weak sauce. We got not if, not maybe, black and white. Here's the number. We're showing people how to save massive amounts of money on travel. And guys, it's long overdue. The travel industry is long overdue for something different. The current pricing model, just so you know, dates back to 1756. That means the current pricing model that the travel industry is following is older than the country we live in if you're in these United States of America. Our country wasn't born until 1776. The pricing model dates back to 1756. Maybe, just maybe, it's time for something new, something different. Now, as good as all of that is not, N-O-T, not what made us big. What made us big is what I'm about to show you next. It's our Dreamcation platform. And this is where we can show anybody, anywhere, how they can go on an amazing vacation every single year. Now, I'm going to show this to you from our platinum perspective. It's our number one seller, not even close. Now, with the platinum product, you're getting over 3,000 points a year. What does that mean? It means you're going on an amazing vacation once every 6 to 7 months. You're going on 2 vacations once every 12 to 14 months, okay? I'm simply going to show you the kinds of vacations that you're going to get to go on. They're all 4- and 5-star vacations. I'll say it up front. This is not a timeshare. This is not a contract. This is not all the other questions you're going to ask. Okay. I'm going to get to that in a moment. This is all based on want to, not have to. Okay. You can book 365, no lack of inventory, no blackout dates, no contracts, no penalties, no this, no that. Now, let me say in Japanese, no. Okay. Now, this is one of the places you can go. It's the Canary Islands. If you've never been there, they're just like the Hawaiian Islands. The Hawaiian Islands are the rugged volcanic islands in the middle of the Pacific. These are the rugged volcanic islands in the middle of the Atlantic. Same weather, same palm trees, absolutely gorgeous. You go there 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. You just trade in your platinum points, go have an amazing time. Don't forget to send me a postcard. Now, if you're a titanium member, we do have a lesser membership. We'll come back to that in the pricing in a moment. You can go there also for a great price, but it's going to be $14 a night. Okay. Well, if you take $7 times $14 a night, and you're paying about $100, right? And so again, we have two different pricing models, all based on which level of membership best suits your family. This is a property here, by the way, right outside of Disney. This is a name that all of you would know instantaneously. They're synonymous with luxury. You have a full kitchen, a living room, a dining room, a flat screen TV. You got a fireplace. You have a jacuzzi tub in the separate bedroom. Okay. And you got a jacuzzi tub, and then that's the honeymoon suite. You got the palm trees, the swimming pools, 10 minutes from Disney. You are here 7 nights, 8 days for $84 after trading in your platinum points. That means that you are here for $10 a day. Guys, by the way, right this very moment, Deborah Taylor, one of our ambassadors in our company, she happens to be at Disney right this very moment, right this very second. She's there with her grandkids. She's at this amazing place. I was trying to pull it up here real quick. She's there. Let's see how quickly this comes up. She's there for 7 nights, 8 days. She's got, I think it's a 3-bed. Here we go. She has a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, and she's there for $254. 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. They got this amazing water park here where she's showing all of our grandkids. They got like one of those big, gigantic, massive buckets, and it drops this water, and the water just like soaks this massive area. And you can see her grandkids running through the water and the palm trees and having fun for $234. She's got a place that'll sleep 10, 12 people, right? Guys, this is the kind of stuff we're doing. You can't get this anywhere in the world, only right here at Travorium. If you want a 1-bedroom, this is a different place. For 7 nights, 8 days, $98. You want a 2-bedroom, full kitchen, living room, dining room, $200, right? I mean, guys, we have these kinds of places all over the world, 480,000 different resorts. There's no lack of inventory, no lack of places you can go. Now, this is a place, by the way, my wife and I went to. Okay, guys, we not that long ago. This is in Cabo San Lucas. This is a 5-star resort. I had to mute out the sound because we can't tell you the name of the place when I tell you the price when we're publicly on Facebook. If I were to cut off Facebook, I could tell you the name of the place, okay? But while we're on, we can't tell you the name of the place and the price at the same time because you're going to offend people that pay the full price. Anyway, we're here 7 nights, 8 days for nothing. All we did was trade in our platinum points, okay? Trading our platinum points, paid the tax, $50-$60. I think it was 1,300 points. Guys, we get over 3,000 points a year. This one was like 1,300, okay? And oh, by the way, if you go out and tell 3 other people how they can save big time money on travel, at that moment, your membership is no longer coming off your credit card because you are now earning more than you are spending. So you have all of the benefits. I can book at the travel agent rate. I got the shopping, the dining, the excursions. I got all those kind of benefits. Plus, I'm getting these travel points, which are giving me 2, 4, and 5-star vacations per year. No blackout dates, no contracts, no lack of inventory. Every country in the world. And because I told 3 people, I'm not even paying for the darn thing. I get the whole thing for cero dinero. No longer coming off my credit card. If it's for free, it's for me, okay? And so that's the kind of situation we have here that's just lighting people up all over the world. I mean, number one was just the travel savings. And then secondarily, people realize, wow, all I got to do is invite people to a presentation like this or to one of our live pricing demonstrations. We're doing one tomorrow night where we get on there. Here's Expedia. Here's ours, right? We do the side by side. And guys, I can tell you right now what people are going to say already. Tomorrow night when it's done, some of you, if you're guests, okay, that are here, if you're guests, or if you bring guests tomorrow night, your guests are going to say to you like, oh my gosh, I thought you guys were full of crap. I never would have believed it if I hadn't have seen it with my own eyes. Again, documentation beats conversation. And so again, I just invite you to stay with us long enough as we continue to document what we're talking about here. And when you see it, like, oh my gosh, who wouldn't want to save that kind of money in travel? You think you can find 3 people that might want to book travel for 50% off anywhere in the world? 3, I can find 33. You only need 3, and you got all of the benefits at no ongoing cost to you. You're taking your kids, your family on vacations all over the world for virtually nothing. And that's one of the big ideas that's resonating at kitchen tables, that when you can show mom and dad, number one, I can join this thing, I can book 40, 50, 60% off. And if I tell 3 other people, my kids are going on vacations all over the world for virtually nothing because I told 3 people, I mean, that's getting people juiced. Now, it's 2-bedroom, Deborah Taylor's in a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, right? These kinds of places, full kitchen, 480,000 weeks, no lack of inventory, no blackout dates, no contracts. Now, we also have our world tours. Now, here we do 8 to 9 of these per month, okay? And the difference between a world tour and a getaway is that a getaway is 7 nights, 8 days, and a world tour is typically 5 days, okay? The world tours typically include breakfast and some are all-inclusive. And a world tour is curated by our company, and this is where a lot of us go to the same resort at the exact same time. So my wife and I were here at this particular property on the screen just 2 weeks ago. I mean, we were in Dubai. We were at a place. We were at the Grand Blank. I can't fill in the name, but anything that begins with Grand, and it's a name you would all know in a heartbeat, you can probably figure out the name. It's the Grand. It's like we're playing that game, right? You know, Wheel of Fortune, you know, somebody give me an H. And so anyway, we're at the Grand Blank. It's a 5-star property. It's oceanfront. At the top of the tower, in fact, here, if you guys look at this picture in the lower left-hand corner, you see that round thing right there? That is the restaurant that spins 360 degrees. Now, breakfast is included. And when you go there, they have all these chefs, and they make up the breakfast from all over the world because, you know, Dubai is the #1 tourist destination for that part of the world. They got people coming in from India, so they got all kinds of breakfast cuisine of the Indian persuasion. They have the Asian persuasion. They certainly have the Arabic persuasion. They've got the American version. They got the chefs there make up the omelets any way you like, every kind of fruit, every kind of juice, every kind of pastry. As you sit in the restaurant that spins 360, it's all glass from the bottom to the top. You're overlooking the ocean, all of downtown Dubai. It's absolutely majestic. They have an ice skating rink in the middle of the hotel. And then they got a pizza place, a Baskin Robbins. They got all kinds of, you know, they got the Galleria where you can go buy suits and furniture. They got a barber shop, a grocery store. It's amazing. And you're going to be there 6 days. 6 days, we paid $49. $49 was our total price. Now, you think, yeah, Todd, but you had to pay the travel points. No, because we told 3 people how to save big time money in travel. We don't pay for those travel points. We get those points at no ongoing cost to us. We take those points that cost us nothing. We traded them in. We went to Dubai, $49, 6 days, with the breakfast included at the top of the tower. These are the kinds of experiences that people are having all over the world. And guys, I promise you, as good as this sounds, it's better because we weren't just there by ourselves. We were there with people from all over the world. We were there for people from Spain. We were there for people from France. We were there with people from Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. We were there with people from South America. We were there with people from the United States. It was, I mean, we took this big group picture. We did excursions together. We ate breakfast together. We saw each other in the lobbies. I mean, guys, it was a raging party. And you think you get it, but until you've been on one, you'll come back and say, you're right, Todd. I didn't get it. Now I get it. And it's epic. And I will never travel any other way again. It's the most incredible thing, the most incredible experience, the most incredible people. Yes, I was there with my family. Yes, we could go do our own thing on our own time, but being there with that other group of like-minded people and meeting people from all over the world. And now I got friends in Morocco. I got friends in Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan. You go back to work on Monday. Yeah, I got friends in Kyrgyzstan. What? Who are you, James Bond? How do you have friends in Kyrgyzstan? How do you even spell that? Right? I mean, guys, you're going to end up with friends all over the world, and it's the coolest freaking thing you've ever been a part of. Now, We also have Malaga, Spain. I've had tons and tons of people go here. It's 5 stars, out of this world, breakfast included, oceanfront room. You're going to eat breakfast right there every morning, right there, oceanfront. Maybe you want to go to Portugal. I mean, guys, look at this place here. Look at this picture. This is the kind of place that dignitaries go to. Heads of state come here. Ambassadors come to this place. They got a championship golf course there, 9 holes. You see the cliffs there, right on the ocean. You get an oceanfront room. You get breakfast every day included. You guys are there for $99. You want to go to Montego Bay, all the food, all the drinks, alcohol or otherwise. My boy Adam, shout out to him. He's doing an amazing job. He's got a big crew going here. Good chance I might be going here just so I can go party with my boy Adam. But anyway, all the food, all the drinks, everything included, oceanfront. You are here for less money than the cost of a cheap Motel 6. You want to go to Puerto Vallarta, Mexico? We were just here 7 weeks ago. This is one of our 2 trips. I told you about Dubai. We were also on this trip. We had an oceanfront room, all the food, all the drinks, everything included. Me and my wife, our total price was $129 after trading our platinum points. What did those platinum points cost us? Nothing, nada, zero, goose egg, because we told 3 other people how they could legitimately save big time money in travel. Oh, by the way, I have an account. I told 3. My wife has an account. She told 2. You're thinking like, wait a minute, how'd she tell 2? Because one of the people was me. So my wife's in first. She told 1, 2, and me. I'm one of the 3. Her account cost her nothing. I went and told 3. So we told 5. For telling 5 people, we've got 4 vacations per year, like I'm describing. Oh, by the way, when you become an ambassador, which we are, I mean, lots of people do that, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. You're going to become an ambassador. You're going to get 2 more vacations completely free of charge. These include airfare credit, by the way. Now you got 6 vacations. You go on a vacation every other month. And we post this stuff on social media, and people are like blowing up our phones like, you guys are gone again? What are you guys doing? What's this travel thing you're doing? And our team just keeps getting bigger. Our check just keeps getting bigger. We just keep going to more places, making more friends, having more fun. And it's always a mystery when people are like, nah, not for me. Okay. I mean, not everybody can have fun, right? I mean, guys, it is absolutely incredible. Las Vegas, Nevada, 5-star resort. They just built this place, a handful of years ago. It's a $4.5 billion resort. Let me say that again. $4.5 billion resort. It is 5-star in every way. Just look at the pictures. Absolutely majestic. You're there for $49. You want to go to Venice, Italy? $239. The beaches of Hawaii, Crete, Greece, Bordeaux, France, Thailand. I can say we got a few brand new places coming that the company has not officially announced. I don't think I'm allowed to announce where we're going. Think there's actually several places we're going. Brand new places, never been before. Brand new world tours. They're always cranking out brand new world tours, right? But one of them, I'll tell you, I'm not going to tell you where, but one of them is in Egypt, okay? And so, guys, there's new ones coming out all of the time. If you want to get involved in our company, there's 3 levels of membership. We've got the small, guys, well, I apologize. I still got this thing going on. My daughter's got it. My wife's got it. Whatever it's like, I feel great. It's just kind of this lingering thing where if you take a big drink, your voice clears up and then it gets froggy again. So, excuse me. So 3 levels of membership. See, I got my voice back. 3 levels of membership. We got small, we got medium, and we got the one that everyone actually buys. So the small, it's $69 today. That's going to be $52 per month starting 30 days from now. Now, with the small, you get to book at the travel agent rate. You're getting the shopping, the dining. You're getting, all those kind of benefits. And let me give you some examples. With the small membership, my friend Alicia Davis, she booked her Beyonce tickets. She saved $1,500 on her Beyonce tickets. My friends Norman and Annette, they had friends that booked cowboy tickets, and they saved $1,800 on their cowboy tickets. So, guys, these guys have saved 3 years worth of membership on one little booking. My buddy Jeff Miner saved $1,400 on a single truck rental. My wife and I, we were in Vegas. We were saving $200 a night on our hotel. I mean, in 3 nights, you paid for an entire year's worth of membership. And so for anybody that travels in any way, shape, or form, our membership is going to save you a bloody fortune. Not if, not maybe. Now, from there, maybe I want to get the medium membership. it's $22 more per month. What am I getting for the extra 22 a month? I'm getting everything I already described, plus I'm now earning travel points where I can go on one vacation per year, like I just described to you a moment ago. I'm not getting two, I'm getting one. I got the medium membership, and then the price is going to be a little higher. Remember that vacation I showed you in the Canary Islands? It was free to the platinum member, but for the titanium member, okay, well, I only get one. I had to pay $100. Okay. So it's a little more expensive as a platinum or as a titanium, and I don't get as many vacations. But then we have our platinum. It's our number one seller by far, not even close. And with this particular membership, $269 today. And then starting 30 days from now, it is $135 per month. Now, with that, I'm getting everything I already described. Plus, I'm going to have enough points to go on 2 vacations every 12 to 14 months. Okay. Now, if I also then decide to join the partnership, that's a one-time $79 decision. That's going to give me a replicated website, an ID number, a back office. They do the tracking, the training. They give me the marketing videos, all those kind of things. And if I go out and tell 3 other people, what am I paying for this whole thing? If I simply invite 3 people to a live pricing demonstration where they're going to have their, absolute, eyes open, socks blowing off, like, you got to be kidding me. I can book travel for that kind of money. You're going to get 3 at that moment. If it's for free, it's for me, because you're now earning more than you're spending. You get 3 people, you're in profitability. If you decide to work this as a business with an intention for a profit, you can tap into all of the home business tax deductions. Now, that's something that I want you to Google. I want you to Google home business tax deductions. I want you to go to Barnes and Nobles or Amazon and type in home business tax deductions. I want you to go see a local tax professional about home business tax deductions, because you're going to find out that you can write off your house, spouse, kids, meals, travel, entertainment, cell phones, miles on your automobile. The average person is going to save $400 to $500 a month in real money back in your pocket every single month. That means you're saving $5,000 to $6,000 per year. Your own CPA is going to look at you and say, this membership only costs you $135 a month, roughly $1,500 a year, but you're saving $6,000 a year in taxes. You're saving 4 times as much in taxes as it even costs for the membership. Your own CPA is going to look at you and say, whose side are you on? I mean, are you wanting to give your money to the IRS because the government's in debt? Or would you rather put that money in your kids' pockets, right? It's your choice. Whose side are you on? And the reason I bring this up is because you can go validate that 3 ways. You can Google it, best-selling books, see a CPA. I prefer you do all 3, because I want you to know that this is about making money, not spending money. This is about enhancing your life, not decreasing in any way, shape, or form. Now, from there, you could tap into our 10X compensation program. Now, with our 10X comp program, you're going to literally earn 10 times as much as you would in a lot of other companies. And again, I'm going to validate that throughout the presentation. That is a stone cold fact. Numbers don't lie. Now, it all begins by telling 3, and you're 3, tell 3, they're 3, tell 3. I call that the social sharing ripple effect. Now, this is something you've done your entire life. It's like dropping a rock in the pond and you see the ripples that begin to spread. Well, this is how Facebook and Instagram grew. Remember, they've never advertised ever, and they have 3 billion users. How do you get 3 billion people when you've never advertised? And you think back for a moment, you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I invited my friends, and my friends invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends. Just picture the rock in the pond, and their friends invited their friends. The rings keep getting bigger, and their friends invited their friends, and their friends invited their friends. The bigger those rings get, the bigger the check our company's going to write you every single week, because we track the ripple effect. And guys, the number one thing shared on social media is travel. Nobody goes on vacation without doing a photo dump. When your friends and family are on vacation, you're going to know about it, right? They're going to give you 15,000 pictures. Here I am next to a statue. I'm in the Uber at the airport. They're basically going, nah, 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 nah. I mean, they're excited. They're on vacation. They're posting. Now, some people wait till they get back because they don't want people to know they're gone. But they're going to post 10,000 pictures about their trip, right? With us, the only difference is they're not just posting pictures they're also bragging about the price they paid. Like, you're not going to believe it, man. I'm in Dubai, $49. I'm at Puerto Vallarta, $129. When you're posting this stuff, trust me, your friends, your family are like, wait a minute, hold on. How'd you get that for $49? I mean, hook a brother up. And so they're going to ask, right? And then it's going to spread. They're going to get involved. They're going to go on a trip. They're going to post. Their friends are going to ask. Then they go on a trip. They save huge money. They post it on social media, and their friends are going to ask. And every time it continues to get bigger, you're going to get paid. Now, the reason that matters, on the screen right here, this is Warren Buffett. He happens to be the 5th richest man in the entire world. And now, this is his quote: "Unless you find a way to make money while you sleep, you are going to work until the day you die." And the reason I bring that up is that is not the current thinking of the population of the United States or any other country for that matter. Okay. We've all been taught, go to school, get good grades, get a degree, get a job. It's all going to be okay. And people have figured it out. It ain't going to be okay. It ain't going to be okay. People have figured out that today, a regular job, even if I'm working full time, my spouse is working full time, I'm driving Uber on the weekend, she's driving Uber on the weekend, and still even that is not keeping up with what's called a middle class lifestyle. So people are working harder and harder and falling further and further behind. They're realizing that the old model no longer applies. The old model no longer works. That they're going to have to find a new way, a better way. And guys, we happen to represent that better way. We're showing people how to earn residual income. And on the screen right now, this is a guy, Pastor Guy Taylor. This is an amazing story. Give me 1 second, guys. Try to clear my throat. This is an amazing story, Pastor Guy Taylor. Him and his wife, Deborah, got involved in the business. Yes, the same Deborah that's in Orlando, Florida right now with a 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom. Her husband passed away 3 years ago, this month of May. And everybody loved Guy Taylor. He was incredible. But they both had their own account. And when they got started, Deborah started first, Guy started second. Deborah told 3, Guy told 3. They had all these trips. They were traveling, vacationing, having an amazing time. They were posting on social media. Their friends and family said, that looks incredible. We want to come do it with you. Their team began to grow. They began to earn money. Next thing you know, Deborah was earning $3,000 a month and Pastor Guy was earning $2,000 a month. Well, as I mentioned, Pastor Guy passed away 3 years ago. But when he went away, that $2,000 per month check did not go away. That check continues to come in every single month, right? The only question is, who does that check go to? That check's going to go to whoever you decide to leave it to. You can leave it to your spouse, kids, grandkids, your dog, your cat, your goldfish, whoever you tell us to leave it to, that's who's going to inherit that money. Well, in this case, Pastor Guy had left it to his wife, Deborah. She's like, I don't need his check. My check bigger than his check. So she gave it to the grandkids, Ava and Gracie. And they were 4 years old and 6 years old. Well, at the time that he died, the check was $2,000. Well, the check went up. He now has a significant 6-figure residual income. Yeah, the money's not only coming in, the check keeps going up because the social sharing ripple effect, the team keeps getting bigger. Well, his little granddaughters, Ava and Gracie, that money goes into an account and gets invested on their behalf every single month. They will become millionairesses, all because of what their granddaddy did. And it was just a short period of time before he passed away after he got involved with us, right? I mean, guys, these little things make a big, big difference, right? The inches you need are everywhere in the game. But again, whose side are you on? We're showing you a new model where you can earn a check that comes in every Friday, whether you work or not. A check that can grow dynamically because of the social sharing ripple effect. That way you can get an income that can give you the kind of lifestyle you'd like to become accustomed to. Now, I'm going to walk you through the mechanics of our compensation program. Again, it all begins by saying 3. I think we've said that a few times. So when I get 3 people, I'm now earning more than I'm spending, okay? Now, as I earn that money, they're going to take my monthly membership right out of my commissions. So when you get 3 people, the monthly membership comes out of the commissions, no longer coming off your credit card, no longer costing you anything on an ongoing basis. Now, I'm going to assume you bring on 4 people because I want to keep the legs even. 2 on the left, 2 on the right. And you're just going to build 2 legs straight down. Well, if you're 4 people, go out and tell a couple people each. You got 8 customers in the left leg, 8 customers in the right leg. You're now earning $400 to $700 per month and ongoing residual income. Now, remember earlier I told you this is a 10x compensation program. And I told you, I believe documentation beats conversation. So at the very bottom, you'll see that when you have 8 customers, what you really have is 600 volume in the left leg. And when you have 8 customers here, you get 600 volume in the right leg. Well, the most popular compensation program in our industry today is called the binary, two-legged system. And 99% of them pay 10% on one of the legs. So in most companies, it'd be 600 times 10%. And 99% of the companies where this is the most popular comp plan, your check would be $60. That's what other companies are paying. Nothing wrong with that. We happen to have, as a company, this accelerated payout, especially in the early stages of our compensation program. Your check is not $60. Your check is $400 to $700 per month. That's why we call this a 10x compensation program, literally paying out a multiple of 5 times, 7 times, 8 times, sometimes 10 of what most companies are paying out. Now let's assume that you're 8 people in the left leg, 8 people in the right leg, tell a couple people each. You got 25 customers in the left leg, 25 customers in the right leg. This is where Pastor Guy Taylor was, by the way, when he went to be with the Lord 3 years ago. Well, again, his check was roughly $2,000 a month, right? It's somewhere in that neighborhood. You're earning $1,500 to $2,500. It's a big gap based on some other bonuses, but somewhere in that neighborhood's your income. Well, what you really have is 2,000 volume in your left leg and 2,000 volume in your right leg. So again, most companies, 2,000 volume times 10%. Most companies pay you $200 a month residual income. Nothing wrong with that. But we happen to have this accelerated payout where you're not earning $200, you're earning $1,500 to $2,500, right? Some people are in fact earning $2,000, 10 times as much as other companies. Again, documentation is right there in black and white. Numbers don't lie. No leader would dispute anything I just told you. Numbers don't lie, right? We are doing things in compensation that have never been done before. Your 25 customers, by the way, tell a couple people each. Again, Pastor Guy went to be with the Lord, and clearly his business kept growing. And so, it's that social sharing ripple effect. They tell a couple of people, you got 63 customers in the left leg, 63 customers in the right leg. Your check is now in that $3,000 plus per month income level. If those 63 people tell one person each, you got 125 customers in each leg. You're now in that $4,000 to $5,000 per month income range. If you just get half of those people, just half, to tell one person each, you've now got an income of somewhere between $9,000 and $11,000 per month. And even that's not true. Okay. And here's why that's not true. So this is the typical ambassador income. Your daily pays $4,300. That's true. Leadership bonus, $2,500. That's true. Personal bonus, $200. That's true. Lifestyle bonus to $500. That's true. Ambassador pool, I got mine today, guys. It was $1,800 a share. Now, my wife and I, because we're, 5-star ambassadors, we get 6 shares. So guys, just the extra bonus today was $11,000 just on that. Just that one alone was 11 grand. Okay. Now it was $1,800, not the $1,200 we're advertising. So that's $600 shy. And the bonus down here, $1,700. I believe it was $2,800. And so or call it 27. So it's $1,600 shy. Okay. Of what it actually was. This typical income we're showing here is $1,600 shy of what it really was. If you add $1,600 to $10,440, that means the ambassadors this month made $12,000. Not $10,000 like we're telling you, not $9,000 to $11,000 like we're advertising over here. They made $12,000. That is a stone cold fact for those that qualified for all the various bonuses. Now, again, if you go over here and you say, okay, you got 188 customers in your left leg, 188 customers in your right leg. What that really means is you got 15,000 volume left and 15,000 volume right. Again, most companies pay 10% on one leg, 15,000 volume times 10%. Most companies are paying you $1,500 a month. Hey guys, that's a nice check. Nothing wrong with that in any way, shape, or form. But when you compare that $1,500 a month to the $12,000 our people got, well, then it might seem like that check sucks. Okay. But again, it's a nice check no matter what company you're in. We just happen to have this accelerated payout, guys, where we're changing people's lives, not maybe someday, but in record time. We've had multiple people go ambassador in 6 months or less. We've had tons of people do it in less than 12 months. Some people it's taken them 4 years. Some people it's taken them 2 years. Some people have never done it right. I don't know you. I don't know your mix of skills. What I do know is that if some people are doing it 6 months or less, and a whole bunch of people have done it less than 12 months, it's clearly something doable. You know, we're not benching 500 pounds here. We're not running a 4-minute mile here. We're doing stuff that average people who've never done this before are coming here and getting done in less than a year. And again, I don't want to make it sound like it's not something for nothing. It's work, and your checks can be dependent upon what you do. But again, when you see other people, lots of other people, average people with above average ambition, making their dreams come true, hey, if it's working for them, it can work for you. Now, when you do become an ambassador, we also have something else that's just really cool that we do, and it's called the Louis Vuitton experience. And rather than me cover that, I want to bring my wife back on because she's been to this multiple times. It's just, to me, when you hear her describe this, it tells you a lot about who our company is. We're trying to create these experiences that, quite frankly, most people would just never, ever have if it wasn't for our company. But without any further ado, Ms. Gina, I turn it back over to you.
All right, thank you, Todd. So the Louis Vuitton experience was created by one of our founders, Mrs. Adela Hart. And it's one of those absolutely first class, experience from the very beginning all the way through. So each year on the ambassador trip, the company takes us on a visit to Louis Vuitton. And the pictures in the video you see here is when we were in Paris. This is the Louis Vuitton. It's 4 stories. It is the largest, I believe, Louis Vuitton there is. But when we got to this Louis Vuitton, you can see them greeting Mr. and Mrs. Hart. All of the staff was out front greeting the rest of us as they get off a bus. But we just, the whole thing is just amazing of what Mr. and Mrs. Hart have created for us. Here we are, we're being escorted straight into the to the store. And you'll see in a moment that there is a line of people waiting over an hour to get in, and it wraps around the building. But here we are going straight into the in there. Once we get inside, they take us up to the 4th story. We have 2 showrooms. They're private showrooms where they are serving us champagne, sparkling water, cappuccinos, macaroons, sometimes you get little sandwiches. There's that line that's wrapping around the corner there. And those people probably on average are waiting an hour and a half to get in the store. But once we're in the showroom, we are, it's so cool that we get to just hang out together. And, you have ambassadors from all over the world together during this experience, and we get to hang out together. Well, then we get assigned a personal shopping specialist. I think they call them the angels. And each one of them takes us around. We get to talk to them, show them pictures of what we are looking at. They really help us, kind of guide us on what's the right thing for us to choose. Some people choose their handbag. Some people choose a wallet, a tote bag. Cynthia Sly chose a mink fur last year at the one in Las Vegas. But the other thing that I think is just so cool is during this whole shopping experience, Mrs. Hart is going around and she just loves to see people that are so happy and enjoying themselves so much. And she, goes around to each person, kind of helps you decide, tells you what she thinks, gives her honest opinion. And you can just see how much it means to her and the smile on her face. And then once we're done, we all come back together, and then they take us to an amazing dinner afterwards. And this is just one of the many experiences that the company gives, and we get to participate in once you become an ambassador with our company.
Yeah, and the reason I love that story so much is that when you think about, again, 4-story tall Louis Vuitton, the busiest Louis Vuitton in the world, you got people waiting over an hour just to get in the place, okay? And you pull up with these limousine buses. And again, guys, we're all a bunch of average, normal people just trying to pay the bills like everybody else. But we were willing to say yes, right? We were average people with above average ambition, got involved, became ambassadors, right? Watched our incomes grow dynamically. Now able to do what you want, when you want, with whom you want. But again, we're just everyday normal people. And most of the ladies have never even been inside of Louis Vuitton, let alone buy anything in Louis Vuitton. I mean, the purses are like $4,000 something. I mean, it's crazy, right? And so it's not something that the average person's doing. They're probably down at Sears or Kohl's or J.C. Penney's or whatever Dillard's or whatever stores near you buying their purse. And so here we pull up, and not only do they get to go shopping at Louis Vuitton, you got the entire staff out front awaiting your arrival. They got a line going down the side of the building, wrapping around the building. They don't even go over and say hi. They're lined up outside the building awaiting your arrival. And you pull up, and people start like, who are these freaking? They start shooting pictures. Wondering maybe you guys are movie stars or something, right? I mean, who are these people? And you walk in like you own the place. And they take you up to the 4th story, the 2 private salons, the champagne, the macaroons, the private shopper, shopping on the company credit card. Well, guys, when we travel, it's a similar thing. We were in Vegas, I guess it was probably 3 years ago, and we went to a place called The Wynn. And if you guys don't know anything about The Wynn, it's one of the nicest hotels in the world, okay? The rooms can be as much as $900 a night. And we had the panoramic room view, which these are the rooms above the 28th floor. Takes a special key, special elevator just to get up there. When you get up to your room, we were on the 40th floor. We walk into our room, you got this magnificent entryway. And then you push this button on the wall. And not only do the lights come on, but the shears and the drapes rip open like it's the opening night of some grand production. You've got windows that go from the floor all the way to the ceiling. And out the windows, there's the entire Las Vegas Strip. All the lights, the hustle, the bustle. You can see the mountains that surround all of Vegas. I mean, it's absolutely spectacular. And you're like, oh my gosh, no wonder they get $900 a night for these rooms. I mean, I told you the name of the place, so I can't tell you the price we paid, but I will tell you that the Motel 6 costs more. All right. The Motel 6 costs more. And guys, these are the kinds of experiences. I mean, moms and dads go to Vegas. That's not something new. But staying at the Wynn, staying in the 5-star, kind of places, right? Going to the Louis Vuitton. When we were in Miami, the company rented this massive yacht. I mean, massive. When you got on there, you felt like you were living the lives of the rich and famous. You're like, man, what am I, like Bill Gates' best friend now? I'm on that kind of a yacht. And they had all these waiters and waitresses with the white gloves walking around the little trays. They had champagne and appetizers and anything you want, right? And then there was, this yacht was 4 stories. And then you go to this magnificent ballroom where they served this kind of prime rib dinner with the music and the atmosphere. And I mean, it was just, everyone was all dressed up. It was just amazing. And then the whole thing ends up on the top floor where it's this raging dance party. It's open bar, right? So if you don't drink, nothing wrong with that. But for those that did drink, right, it was open bar, all they wanted to drink. And some of them like seemed to know that. I mean, so we got some young guys in our company, right? When you're young, you can do that stuff, right? Some of the young guys, they were like, yeah, bring me another one. Anyway, so there's this raging dance party as the boats go into the yachts, going through the waters there, and all of Miami's in the background, all lit up. I mean, you look over and you're like, this is surreal. I mean, this is unreal. But guys, these are the kinds of experiences that people are having. And again, every bit of our business tonight, you can document. Every bit of our business tonight is demonstrable. It's provable. Tomorrow night, we're doing the live pricing demonstration. If you're not a part of our dream life, I encourage you to become a part of that. I'm going to begin a whole series where I'll be posting the videos on there, where I'm interviewing the success stories of Travorium. I did the first one today, and it was Gulsum. She's from Kazakhstan, and she became a 2-star ambassador in 9 months. Her income was over $33,000 last month. She did that in 9 months. She was a pediatrician. She was a doctor in Kazakhstan and got involved in our company. 9 months later, she's a 2-star ambassador. Her business is doing this. I interviewed her today. I don't know, maybe you want to hear what she has to say because she talks about how she builds the business, what she does. I don't know, not important stuff. Anyway, well, I'm going to play a little clip of it on Saturday's training call, and then I'm going to post it inside the Dream Life page. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to grab all of our success stories, all of the ambassadors, the 2 stars, the 3 stars, everyone that's got a great story. I'm thinking like Tanya Andrikoff. I mean, she's a single mom working 2 full-time jobs, got involved in our company. She's now an ambassador, no longer working 2 full-time jobs, no longer stressed about money, no longer stressed about time. I was just with her in Newport Beach at the Grand Hyatt for the World Tour there, right? Everywhere I go, I see Tanya. I was with her in Vegas. I was with her in Puerto Vallarta. I mean, everywhere I go, there she is. I was with her in Miami. And why? Because she's got this incredible life, a single mom working 2 full-time jobs. You might want to hear her story, right? We're just going to grab those stories and get them posted so that you guys can meet the people, the everyday people of Travorium. I mean, I've gotten to know so many of them. And when you hear their stories, it's going to melt your heart. It's going to inspire your soul. It's going to keep you juiced. You're going to want everyone else to see those stories and realize, guys, this company is flat out changing people's lives, period. Not if, not maybe. And some people choose, well, not to do it. That's okay. That's their choice, right? But we want to be for those that are looking to get them all of the information so they know that this company is going places. We have, today we're going into what's called momentum or pre-momentum. But guys, today, most people have not heard about the company. I mean, you could go to almost any stadium, any mall, take a megaphone with you and say, I will give you $5,000 if you can tell me what Travorium is. People are like, who? What? How do you even, what? How do you even spell that? What? I mean, they've never heard of it. That will not always be the case. We are bringing a new model to travel. We're getting bigger every day. We know where we're going, and we're inviting you to be a part of it because it's going to be something special, something epic. And guys, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock California time, 9 o'clock East Coast time. In fact, let me back up real quick. Before we go there, and last week I gave out the wrong time. We're doing the live pricing demonstration tomorrow night. Yeah, let me get this off real quick. Let me open up my Google. And we're going to go pull it up so you guys can see it. Ooh, I got some stuff on here you guys can't see, though. Ooh, how about that? Now I'm just teasing you guys, right? LearnThisTraining.com. So we're going to LearnThisTraining.com. I'll click on sites and events here. Okay, let me go share my screen. Last week I gave out the time, and I gave out the wrong time because they typically have been doing it 5 o'clock California time, 8 o'clock East Coast time, and I gave out that time. But last week it was 7 o'clock California time, 10 o'clock East Coast time. So let's see what it is tomorrow night. Okay, here we go. So tomorrow night, May 16th. So it is 7 o'clock California time, okay, 10 o'clock East Coast time. So we'll do it this way. Tomorrow night at this same bat channel, the same bat time, we're going to do this presentation, but it's going to be Danny Seguinol. If you've never met Danny, he's out of Canada, everyday normal guy, worked at the hospital, had for, years and years and years, happened to love to travel, became a customer of our company, wasn't building the business, wasn't telling anybody. He was a customer for 1 year. And after saving money, I mean, he went to this one event where there was a couple thousand people. He was there for half the price of everybody else. And he's looking around there and going, wait a minute, hold on. How many of these people in here would have loved to paid half the price like I did? He was flying back home thinking, I should start telling people about this. He begins to tell people about it. His business blows up all over the world. Today, he's got a multiple 6-figure residual income from his phone. I don't even know where Danny is. I have no clue. He's a Canadian, but every time I turn around, he's in the Maldives, he's in Bali, he's in Thailand, he's been living in like Thailand, French Polynesian Islands. Yeah,
Tahiti.
Tahiti, yes. French Polynesian Islands. He's been in Tahiti lately. It's like, Danny, what are you doing in Tahiti? He goes, because I can. I got a multiple 6-figure income from my phone. I can be anywhere in the world. My check shows up every Friday, whether I work or not. And guys, I've never met anybody who says, wow, that must suck. I'd hate to be that guy. Who wouldn't want that, right? He's going to be here tomorrow night telling you his story, how it all happened. You don't want to miss it. He's absolutely incredible. 6 o'clock, he's got this incredible energy. 6 o'clock California time, 9 o'clock East Coast time, right here on this same bat channel. Now, after that presentation is done with Danny, okay, then you can come to this presentation. It's 7 o'clock California, 10 o'clock East Coast time. It's at a different link. So take a snapshot, take a screenshot, and this is where the live pricing demonstration is going to happen, right? The side-by-side, here's Expedia, here's us in your face. Not if, not maybe, right? Documentation beats conversation. And that way people can see it with their own eyes and know that they know that they know that they know that we're bringing a brand new model to travel, doing things that have never been done before. And guys, we're going for an epic ride. So I apologize about the voice tonight. Got a little raspiness still going on there, but I appreciate you guys being here and enduring through with us. I'm excited for you guys to see the first interview with Golsum. It was great. She was fantastic. By the way, I've got a Zoom in the morning at 6 a.m. my time. I got to get on there with Alma. That is Golsum's niece. She has all kinds of contacts in Singapore. And so it looks like we might be launching Singapore at 6 a.m. in the morning. So if you got any contacts in Singapore, now's a good time, right? So anyway, think Singapore. By the way, they mostly speak English in Singapore. So if you know anyone there, you might go, I don't know anyone there. Do you know of anyone who might know someone there? And when you play that game, you're like, oh yeah, actually I do. And so you'd be surprised. I mean, if you just keep asking, hey, you know anyone in Singapore? You know anyone in Singapore? Like, guys, you can build a business in your own backyard. You don't need people in Singapore. But it's a great way to get a conversation started. Hey, you know anyone in Singapore? No, why? Oh, well, my company's just absolutely booming. We're spreading there. We're looking for a few key contacts. What's your company? Oh, where they got this travel thing. I mean, it gets a conversation started, right? I mean, just go around asking people, hey, you know anyone in Singapore? And so, again, you can do better than that. But I'm saying if you did that, it would get a good conversation going with lots of people. So, guys, appreciate you being here tonight. Have a great evening, and God bless. Good night, everyone.
Night, everyone.